Also, what do you go by? Like, what do you want me to call you? Do you have a different name on this podcast? Or are you like
Oh, I'm just Abby.
Okay.
You're good. Hi, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and this is Sophie Powers.
Hi.
Whoa. Very stoic. Very stoic.
Someone used that word the other day, too, and it pissed me off. I was like, don't call me that.
I'm on your death list now.
Yeah. Number one, death note. I actually have a song lyric on a song that I did with Mofka, and it goes, "My death note is signed, sealed."
Ooh.
So
okay, hard.
Watch out. No,
yeah,
okay,
I love this.
Hi, wow. I've already threatened the viewer and you in like the first 10 seconds.
As you should. As you should. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Other than the fact I just threatened.
No, like I'm still chilling despite that.
You know I'm kidding though.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How have you been?
Oh, thank you for asking.
I want to flip the perspective.
I'm good actually. Yeah, I feel like great. Things are rolling. Things are moving. Good. Here I am. Yeah. I'm obsessed with your outfit. I just learned that you made a decent amount of it.
I designed this outfit, except I didn't design this shirt.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll see a piece of clothing and take it and make a whole design around it. It's like I custom did this print.
Yeah.
And then shout out Becky Marquez. She's my costume designer. She made it. I got these boots too. These aren't mine, but we put these on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like your outfit too. It's very, okay, don't get mad at me for saying this, but
No.
I want to say 2014 Tumblr girl era.
I'm so in with that.
Like when Halsey and like they had like the black and white aesthetic grids.
Yeah, no, I'm in.
That's what I'd say.
I'm always going for like Rory Gilmore, like if she was born in this era.
Yeah, you kind of give me her vibe too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. I'm doing everything as I should. Well, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is our little taste-making podcast where we're going to go through a 3-course meal of your tunes. So if someone had literally never heard of you before, what is the first song you would serve up to them so that they could get to know your music?
You see, this happens more often than you would think because I can't drive. So this happens almost every Uber ride.
Okay, because they're like, and what do you do?
Yes. And then I'm like, oh, I'm an artist. And they search me up. And like, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. But
that's so sweet. But then do you have to like listen to yourself while you're being driven?
Yeah. Oh. But like, I'm a Leo. I don't care. I'm a narcissist.
I'm a Leo too.
Oh, what day?
Are you July 28th?
I'm the 29th.
No way.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh my God.
Okay, twin. Snap.
Okay.
Do you do snapping on your podcast?
Sure, we do now.
Wait, why are you laughing? It wasn't funny. I was being serious.
I'm laughing because everyone does like ASMR when they're talking to me, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be the new ASMR thing too. Like, you don't have nails, but the last person I interviewed had nails. And
I just got rid of mine, so we don't talk about it. But
that's okay.
First song I would probably serve them up would be either Nosebleed or Lonely Army.
Okay. Why those two choices?
Because Nosebleed is, I have different characters for my songs. So this is like my Violet character.
Bright lights, big city, long nights, locked up by myself, but it's alright. Never really seen the big picture, so I paint one. Hope the aliens come and get me with their ray gun. 'Cause I don't feel like I belong here.
Oh, she's a baddie, but it's mostly like pop talk rapping. I don't want to say rapping because like look at me, I don't look like a rapper, but or like
I think rap can be like in so many different forms these days. Like genres are just I don't know, it's just the influence of it.
Yeah, but I still try and add like a pop edge, and that song is very like pop girl power, still like cool though.
Absolutely.
And then Lonely Army is more of a rock ballad. So it really depends on if my driver's a 40-year-old man or if it's a 22-year-old woman. Like,
right.
Those are the two different songs.
You choose based on the vibes.
Exactly.
I get it. Okay, so you said that you have different characters for your songs. Is Violet like in reference to the color, or do you like actually have names for the characters?
No, I actually have names. So there's Violet. I have one called Newt.
Okay.
But that's like when there's a lot of auto-tune. And then I would say I have Miley, which is like in reference to Miley Cyrus. And then, yeah, the third one is still kind of in development, but you can see it a little bit on this EP in my song Awesome.
Yes, love that song.
Because it's kind of a combination of Violet and Miley.
Okay.
So Miley is like more singer, like, think of Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, she owns the stage.
She owns it. It's more about her presence, and I get to show off my vocals a little bit more with her.
Absolutely.
Violet is like the more like, I literally don't care. Like, think of Daria, the character Daria. I don't know if you know who that is.
Vaguely.
Yeah, so it's more rappy, talky, monotone, seductive.
Yeah.
And then there's, who did I say the other one was Newt? Oh yeah, Newt is like a joke, like an actual joke. But I do hyper pop stuff with them, so it's like whenever the tune picks up, and I'll like just freestyle insane melodies and see what it kind of does.
Yeah.
And then some of it sticks, and that's that.
That's really cool. I'm curious, like, when you're going to write a song, are you like, okay, I'm going to do this character today? Or is it more of like, you hear a track and that sort of like inspires the way that you deliver? Like, is this an intentional effort, or did you just notice like you had different like performance personas?
Well, it was intentional at first because I was discovering my sound. Yeah. And then I think over time it became subconsciously ingrained in me, where I would hear a beat and immediately just go into this character, because I'm like, that's what the song wants. I can feel it. I can picture what this, I guess, synesthesia. So it's like I can picture this room and this person standing in it, and it's Miley, and she's dressed, not Miley Cyrus, by the way, it's me. It's Miley Powers. And she's dressed in like turquoise and leather, and everything surrounding her is the desert, and that's what this song is. Versus, I actually did something similar to that for my song Clearview. And then, Violet's different. It's like, okay, that's a purple fuzzy room, and she's spray painting a locker. Wow. Different vibe. Do you ever get that when you're listening to a song? You're like, I picture this place, and it feels like this temperature, this texture, this taste. I don't know, my five senses, bro, be going crazy.
Yeah, I'm really curious about like the synesthesia thing, because I have synesthesia in like different ways. I feel like it's not as fun. I have like a really hard time picturing things, but when I listen to music, I can like feel where I should be, like a memory, like association thing. So that's so cool and like visionary.
No, but that's the worst, when you listen to a song with someone and that's your song, or you have a memory of a song, and then the memory, like, or the relationship ends shit, and then you play that song and that's all you think of, and you're just, the song is ruined. Yeah. The song is ruined, because that's all I think of when I hear it now.
Totally. It's like, it's weird. It's like very visceral. Like, I'll listen to, the one I always think of is Ha 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 by Stevie Bill. I don't know if you know that song. Great song. But every time I listen to it, it's October 2023, and I'm like, it takes me a second to like remember I'm back here. Weird.
Yeah. No. That could happen with a lot of, I find, even, that's what's difficult with TikTok too.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'll think of like I'll hear the song and I'll be like, I remember when it was trending in 2021 on like, I Miss the Rage with like Trippie Redd, and like all emo TikTok was popular, and like Corpse Husband was a thing.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, that's such a specific internet time period niche.
Right. And like, if you weren't on TikTok at that time,
you'd have no idea.
No idea.
Maybe I have brain rot.
I think we all do a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. But at least it's like collective,
The collective consciousness of brain rot.
Yeah. We're experiencing it together at least.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
But that's a really cool way to have been like discovering your sound, like classifying it that way. And you're so young. I want to know the whole timeline of how you got into music.
I mean, like, girl, we're the same age. What are you talking about?
I'm 22, so.
Okay, yeah, I'm 19, turning 20.
I only have a few on you, yeah.
But, sorry, you asked me, you want to know the timescape of me getting into music?
Yeah, because I know you like dropped out of high school to pursue music, but I want to know how that came about, how that decision became an option.
Honestly, so I've been working full time, just for backstory here. I've been working, almost full-time, like auditioning every weekend. I grew up doing theater, acting.
Cool.
I had an agent for it. Like,
Yeah.
took it very serious. Was always doing acting workshops, music summer camps, everything, lessons. And my parents were very supportive because they knew since I was like 4, I was writing songs and loved it. But
That's awesome.
yeah, I had been starting to make a little bit of money at it, and by age 15, so in Toronto, the drinking age is 19, by the way.
Okay.
So everyone from age like 13 until like 13, I know that sounds young, but like you're going out every weekend at that age. Like, I don't know I never was a drinker myself, but still going out 4 nights a week from 13 until age 15.
Yeah.
That's like a lot. I don't know.
At that age too, that's very like developmental.
Yeah. And I'm a very extroverted person, but you know, I was still doing all that auditioning and everything else. It didn't stop. Right. Like that need to create doesn't just go away. So when I was, you know, still going out and trying to maintain social stuff and the music stuff, and I was like a high level athlete, did ski racing and soccer.
Oh my God.
It just got too much. And I was like, it gets to a point where you're competing with people who are just solely focused on one of those things. Like I would be playing competitive soccer and doing the ski racing and the music and the acting. And it's like, okay, but I'm playing against girls who are just playing soccer.
Right. They're
and
practicing
so
every day.
Every day. And I didn't have every day. So I said kind of to myself, well, I've had like 4 concussions. Like doctors say I shouldn't even be playing sports anymore.
Right.
And I've started to make some money from this. And I really don't like the social circle I'm in. I don't like a lot of the people that I'm around, surrounding myself with.
Yeah.
And I think recognizing that was what brought me to say, I just want to do this for the rest of my life. And I really recognized that after performing that summer at a campfire. So 2 weeks before school, I said to my parents, I'm not going back to school. They said, what do you mean? School starts in 2 weeks. We paid. It was a private school.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to pursue music and acting full time. I will go to Vancouver and do an audition workshop there. I actually ended up booking like a small role out there and doing that for a week.
Yeah.
And I told everyone I was moving to Vancouver as my excuse. Like I got casted on some big show. I'm moving there.
Right.
But then COVID hit halfway through the year.
Okay.
And I had been making music like that whole year, online, Zoom sessions, in person. And yeah, when COVID hit, I couldn't do the online sessions continuously. So I just moved to LA because that's where the producers are. Like they can't leave. Most borders were closed. So I left Canada and I kind of got stuck here actually for like 5 months.
Wow.
When I was 16. Yeah. And I lived alone in a house of musicians and producers. Wow. I'm sorry. I just went on such a tangent.
No, that I wanted to know all of that.
That's like kind of my lore, I guess.
Yeah. The lore. I mean, I'm sure people tell you all the time, like, I think that's really brave for you to have done that, but I can see that it was just like simply the only option. Like you just knew that you wanted to do music and like you were going to, no matter what.
Well, that's the thing. There could have been so many other options. Everyone has infinite options because I think people are multifaceted, multi-talented. We're all so
100%.
complex. But I could have chosen, if I wanted to go into soccer extremely heavily or just acting alone, and the fact, or even school, academics, pursuing, focusing on my studies.
Yeah, you could have dropped all of it.
Exactly. But the fact that I didn't, and I specifically honed in on one thing and said, there is no option, there is no plan B. That's what forces, or me at least, to make sure plan A works.
Right.
There's no plan B. So
wow.
At least for me. I don't know about you, but
I kind of move through life in the same way. I'm just like, I'll get it done. That I just won't fail. And if I do, I just like find a way to make that failure a success. And I mean, I'm here.
That's all you can do, really.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of times where like things happen and I'm like, I could lie in my bed and like, I don't know, change my whole life, run away.
God, don't get me started with the late night thoughts in bed.
I was just talking about running away to NorCal. I think about it all the time.
Really?
But I won't. I miss nature.
I mean, would you ever do a weekend trip there?
I should. I simply haven't been up yet. I was just going to ask how you felt about LA, because I feel it's kind of inescapable sometimes. And I can't imagine how it felt like being 16, moving here alone.
Honestly, I love it here because
That's great.
No one judges me for being myself, because this is a city of entertainment and artists and theater, and it's a very creative city.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that Toronto isn't, but at least circles I was swimming in and what I was doing, I felt, even after doing all those musical camps, like I would still have to drive an hour out of the city just to do those camps.
Right. It wasn't right near you.
I felt very creatively trapped and drained. And here I do not feel that way.
Yeah.
And that's why one of the main reasons I like here, obviously every city has their negatives.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, nature. But, you know, I live up like in the valley. So I can like, you know, go for a hike or do Runyon Canyon like every other LAer.
Every other LAer. I know. I'm in Studio City right now, so I do have a little bit of nature. But
oh, okay.
I only moved here 2 years ago. So
really?
Yeah, I'm fresh.
I'm 4 years now, actually.
That's pretty huge. That's a milestone.
That's crazy.
I feel like, don't they say this is a 5-year city? Like, you've got it down now.
It is a 5-year city? I've never heard that.
That, like, you need to give it 5 years to tell whether or not you actually, like, belong there.
I feel like 5 weeks,
5
honestly.
weeks?
5 years? That's so long.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
God, I don't think I could be somewhere longer than 10 years.
Oh, my God. I don't even want to think about 10 years from now.
Like, that's crazy. When some people are like, oh, I haven't been outside of my small town or I'm like, dude, like, I don't know how you're doing this, but respect.
Yeah, respect. I do sometimes envy that lifestyle.
But me personally, I could not.
It could not be me. Well, I'm curious now to hear about the Glitch EP that is coming up, or is that the name of the tour? Okay,
Glitch Level 1 and the Glitch Tour. Yeah, there's a Level 2 coming soon.
Okay, I love the like video game sort of vibe. I was just watching the Awesome music video, and it kind of feels like you just like spawned in a video game. I don't know if that's what you were going for.
No, literally, I wanted to. I think I've been playing a lot of Zelda recently.
Love. Okay.
And so I wanted to feel like you walk into like a forest and you join the fairies, and you know that's kind of me and Tate are the fairies.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, the Glitch Tour is in August.
Exciting.
2nd till the 10th. You should come to the LA show.
I totally will.
I think the LA show is on August 2nd. I think it's the first show of the tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to play that one live.
Yeah. Well, I would love to know what song off of the EP feels like the meat of this era for you. I don't know if it's Awesome or another one.
I would say, yeah, Awesome, and I haven't announced the track list, but this will come out, I think, by the time it's released.
Yeah.
So Awesome and Blueprint.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Awesome is funny because it's Violet, that character that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's her exact personality, tone, delivery, but not tone, delivery. It's her exact personality and like persona, but the delivery is Miley more.
Okay.
So I was blending them, and that's why it felt like a new progression of my artistry for that song. And also, I felt very like, I just felt very myself singing that. Didn't feel like I'm a very sarcastic person.
Yeah.
So that whole song is like, it's fucking awesome. Like, oh yeah, like love it when that happens kind of vibe.
Totally. Very tongue in cheek.
Yeah. So that's why it felt very authentic to me. And I would say it represents a lot of who I am as a person in this project. And Blueprint specifically because I still have a lot of teen angst, and I hate that word.
You'll have teen angst for the rest of your life.
I hate that word or that saying because that doesn't go away.
No.
I think it's just more powerful in some ways when you are a team, because obviously there are so many changes happening in your life.
Yeah.
And romantic discoveries, or discovery about your own sexuality, or who you are as a person, or what you like in a partner or a friend, or I just want people to listen to that song and feel so validated by their emotions, no matter if it's anger, sadness, aggression, because that song has all three. And I want them to listen to that song and think it's okay to feel this way. It's not just teen angst. My feelings are real, and they're as real as a 40-year-old teacher's, and they're as real as a 5-year-old child. It's emotion, I think, isn't as much of like a spectrum. Like you look back when you're 12, that's still, if something happened when you were 12, it probably still hurt the same amount as when you're 22, but time heals.
I can just handle it differently.
Exactly.
Now. And honestly, I respect feeling things on maybe a higher scale than like the people that are a little bit numb to what's going on around them. So,
I mean, I'm a little bit of both. Like sometimes I'm a very all or nothing person, like dropping out of school to do something full time.
Love.
So if I'm feeling something, I'm feeling it. But if I don't feel a certain way, I feel nothing. Like I do not care.
Valid too.
All. So that's kind of Violet is like, I literally could not care less. And then feeling everything is like the manic version of me. And that's why I think Blueprint really represents that on the EP as well.
I'm excited to hear about like the sonic blueprint of Blueprint, because you touch in like a lot of different genres. There's like random like punky moments sometimes, and then the hyper pop stuff. So what does it sound like?
It is an electronic pop punk pop song, I would say.
I love pop punk.
Yeah, I honestly cater towards a lot of like my own personal taste. I listen to a lot more electronic and grunge music than I do of even just pop punk.
Okay.
But if you just listen to pop punk, often even the BPM, it's faster than a lot of grunge songs. So it's similar to electronic music in that sense.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, stylistically, I don't know what it is about it, but just when I hear my voice and I hear a good old pop punk beat, I'm like, let me get on that right now.
That's a really cool pairing for the like emotional palette of it too. I feel like I'm never angrier than when I'm listening to pop punk, even though like grunge might get the like distortion sides of anger better. I don't know. It's just like the fast.
Yeah. And I've never liked to say that I make pop punk music or I make hyper pop music. Like I make both, but I also don't make either.
Yeah.
I think nowadays the artist is the genre more so than ever before.
Yes.
So when people ask me that question, what kind of genre of music do you make? I'm like, just listen. I don't even know what to tell you, but
we had this awesome artist named Aileen Valentine come in. If you haven't heard her album, it's incredible. But I asked her like what her sound was, and she said, my sound is having no sound. And
that's
hard.
She kind of ate me up with that. I wish I had said that. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, she like really got it down. It was awesome.
I feel like also that is a perfect explanation of why I care so much about visuals and tying my fashion designs and my creative direction to the song, because that builds a whole world around the song. And obviously the song has to stand on its own, like as the sound has to have its own landscape.
Yeah.
But providing that physical and visual element, I think, is what gives it maybe not a specific sound, but a specific world. And God, if I hear one more person say world building, I'm gonna throw up. So
no, but it's true, because it's like no matter what the song sounds like, if you look at you are consistent throughout it all.
Yeah,
and
visually,
like,
and brand wise, I really care about that. Thank you for noticing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Where did that start? Was that just like something that happened as you were building your artistry?
What do you mean by that?
Like your fashion sense. I mean, I definitely could never dream this up?
Honestly, like I said, I was very creatively trapped.
Yeah.
And I was, following trends and wearing clothing that I did not feel comfortable in, but I would do it because everyone else was doing it. And I think I had, I used to design all the time when I was younger. I have entire collections. Fabletics was like really popular because of Dance Mom. So I designed a Fabletics collection when I was 10.
Wow.
But then I forgot about that, and I really felt like it's crazy how not expressing who you truly are what that can do to a person, sexually, creatively, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
So that's why I try and kind of make up for that lost time of not expressing myself by going over the top and expressing myself now. And hopefully that over the topness or that avant-garde style that I, like to boots around in, hopefully that can rub off on someone looking at me or hearing my music.
Yeah, it would make me feel more comfortable if I wanted to like dress the same way.
That's my awesome goal, because I don't want anyone to have to go through what I went through, honestly, of just years and years of worrying. I mean, everyone goes through it somewhat, but just worrying so much about what other people think. Yeah. And how life's too short. And I realized that, luckily, I think at a youngish age, but still I missed out on a lot of time that I wish I'd realized that before.
Yeah. Yeah, I relate to that.
Getting in my feels.
I know, take me back. Damn. Okay, well, for a dessert track, I would love to know a little cherry on top to your discography.
Did we do the entree?
We did, yeah. Okay. You said Awesome or Blueprint.
I did. Okay, cool. Sorry, I think I've just
that's okay.
Been going on. Desserts?
Dessert, yeah. I mean, I would love to hear something you're like excited to play on tour, or even a track from earlier in your discography that like deserves more love.
Yeah. I actually would probably play Better on Mute.
Never be who you want. I think that you should give up. I read myself down enough for the both of us. You don't gotta tell me I'm trash. Better on mute, fuck you. I'll do it myself. I don't really need your help. I don't really need your help. I'll do it myself. You don't gotta tell me I'm cringe. Egocentric bitch. I'll do it myself.
Okay.
For dessert.
Cool.
Because for my dessert, I don't know about you, I like it to get rid of the taste of whatever I just ate. Like, it's a palate cleanser.
Absolutely.
So I think as a final song, I would need Better on Mute or Greed. Either of those two, but I would say Better on Mute because that one is literally just like a fuck you anthem, if I can swear on here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Always.
That one's kind of that, and Greed is very powerful. It's about greedy people and just reclaiming your power. Better on Mute, reclaiming your power. But in that case, I was literally reclaiming it from internet haters.
Love. That is so important.
Yeah. Because I would always get the comment, this would be better on mute. So turned it into a song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's actually why I wrote Better on Mute, because that was my number one comment on so many videos when Nosebleed was blowing up. And I wrote it around that time in spite. And like literally the lyrics are, you don't gotta tell me I'm trash, better on mute, fuck you, I'll do it myself. I already hate myself. I don't need their help. Like, I'm my own worst critic, so comments don't do anything. And that's why I think it's more powerful to be like, oh, you hate me? I hate myself more.
Right.
That's why I like that song for the desserts.
Wow. I can't imagine how they felt, like going back to hate on you and seeing that you literally wrote a song using their quote.
I know, and to even troll more, I claimed that it was new metal, and yeah, I use new metal elements.
Yeah.
But the metal community,
dude,
whew,
I will say when you reference communities that are mainly men, they love to stomp on you if you are a woman, especially like a super feminine woman. So that's unfortunate, but I hear the new metal references throughout your music.
Yeah, that one is new metal. My producer Mike is like my right hand guy, and we both listen to a lot of Nirvana, Soundgarden, Limp Bizkit. He was born in the 80s. He's a 90s kid. He grew up with that stuff. That's what cleanses. That's what like developed his music sense, and it's rubbed off on me a lot.
It's okay if it's even just like one instrument or one section of the song.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like the artists I just mentioned are specifically new metal, but you know, that grunge and the time that new metal I would say was developing, and when grunge was developing, or pop punk or whatever, like the Descendants, and well, I guess it was a bit earlier, but you know, Green Day, all the
you know your
the
shit.
classics.
Yeah. It all inspires each other. There's elements of everything in everything. So.
Yeah, I think art influences art.
Yeah, and also like everything's already been created. So,
no, I hate that because then I feel unoriginal.
But you are so original. It's just, I think when you're trying to be so original that you end up like copying in an unoriginal way. If that makes sense.
Okay, so you mean subconsciously?
Yeah.
God, now I gotta keep an eye on.
Believe me, you're doing very well. You are so original.
Thank you. This is a really original idea too. Like taste making. Like,
thank you.
Give me some lunch. Give me some dessert. I like
People
that.
keep telling me that I need to like serve them food on here, so I'm gonna work on that.
Wait, that's smart. You should.
I will. I haven't gotten to my chef era yet, but I'll get there.
Oh, you would make it yourself?
Yeah, why not? I love to give myself a project.
I can't cook. I'm like, yes, I do the cleaning. I don't do the cooking.
My God. Well, I have a couple closing questions for you.
Okay.
I'm actually very curious to hear what you're going to say. I would like to know if your music was a candle, what scent it would be.
I'm very into perfumes and scents.
Okay.
So I would reference a vanilla saddlewood scent. Like vanilla and saddlewood. Is it sandalwood or saddlewood? I think saddlewood, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm definitely not up to date on perfumes.
Two of those combined, I think, would be the scent, because it's got the sweetness of vanilla, and then it's got like the more masculine side of saddlewood, or the edgy side, I guess. I'm a bad girl.
Amazing. I would also love to know what your favorite sound is right now that is not music.
By the way, I was joking to anyone who's listening to that. I'm a bad girl. I don't want that to get clipped and people be like, who does this girl think she is? But repeat what you just said so I can.
That's okay. I would love to know what your favorite sound is that's like not music related.
Got you.
Just like in the world, sound.
That's a crazy question. I don't know if I've ever thought about it. What's yours? Let me think.
Currently, my usual answer for this is like when I have my sliding door open, the little kids in my apartment complex will be like outside playing, and it like, I don't know, makes me think of home. I like grew up in the suburbs.
You know what sound I really like? A lot of people don't like this. Actually I have two sounds, very specific ones.
Please.
First one is heels on like cement. Like clicking,
on cement.
Like on a hard wooden or floor or something where you can hear that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, just love that noise. And also heat bugs, like cicada, like in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Like not the cicadas, the invasive species ones, but
yes.
You know what's hot? I think it's because when I'm watching anime, they have that sound a lot. And it's just like silence, and it's just like beautiful stock or like drawings of Japan. There's like that sound, and it also reminds me of when I used to do soccer camps every summer, and there would just be those bugs, and like it's just a calming sound. It's like that and I hate bugs, so I thought it was crickets too who made that noise.
They do. Yeah.
Okay. I like the daytime cricket sound too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sweet. Oh, that's very peaceful.
Yeah.
And my final question for you is, who are your ones to watch? Who are you listening to that I should be listening to?
Well, I am listening to Audrey Nunes, so it's funny you mentioned her earlier.
Queen. Yeah.
That song Lock It has been stuck in my head forever. And I am also listening to Alden.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Alden. He's like my mutual, but
that's cool.
And Chloe Mirando. She's
always
awesome.
Yeah.
And we're also mutuals. I'm like naming my friends. And Lolo, who is also one of my great friends.
Cool. With like the slashes through the O's, right?
Yes.
Yes. Love.
She's got some bangers too, but yeah. And you know, I could shout out so many of my friends right now. Ashley Sienna too. And Baby Tate, because she featured on Awesome, and she is awesome and deserves the world's
love.
Who are you? watching?
Oh my God. You keep flipping questions on me I'm unprepared for. Currently.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you're allowed to. The Dreamer Boy album is really, really good. It's like
Okay.
indie twang, kind of. I had a moment where I was literally only listening to it.
Really?
Yes. But I also was thinking about Frost Children when
I should have mentioned them. They're so good.
Well, when I was listening to some of your music this morning, I was like, I wonder if she knows about Frost Children.
They're so cool. I want to collab with them eventually.
You should.
I
That would
know,
go
right?
really
Like that
hard.
would go so hard.
I saw them at not El Cid, whatever that venue is, but I saw them in like January. And
On Sunset.
Were you there?
I've just been there so many times.
Oh my God. It was the best show I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Genuinely. Yeah.
I'm also watching Charlie XCX. You may not have heard of her though.
Very underground.
She's like a super niche new artist.
Ugh, Guess is stuck in my head all of the time.
I like Sympathy is a Knife.
Okay.
Or is it called?
No, that's it.
Yeah, I was like, is it called Knife? No, Sympathy is a Knife.
Yeah, Sympathy is a Knife.
But thank you so much for having me on, by the way.
Yeah, and thank you so much for being here. This was
Yap session.
I love
10
to
out
yap.
of 10. 10 out of 10.
Well, once again, this is Once to Watch Chef's Choice. This is Sophie Powers. Check out her new EP and catch her on tour.
Glitch Level 1 EP, July 12th, tour, August 2nd, August 10th. All right, that's my promo. Thank you.
I love it.